All right, fans, stay tuned for more exciting World Wrestling Federation action back in Greater Los Angeles at the Sports Arena Monday night, October the 15th, with an 8:30 start. The very best of the World Wrestling Federation are going to be in town. By the way, in a return bout from the Forum, a World's Heavyweight title defense for Hulk Hogan once again. Big John Studd as the challenger. 2 referees commissioned by the WWF to officiate this one. No disqualification clause in effect, guaranteeing a clear-cut winner, either by a pinfall or by submission. In addition, the biggest man in professional sports today, Andre the Giant, one-on-one with Rowdy Roddy Piper. In addition, you're going to be seeing Mil Mascaras, the great star from Mexico, and many others, including from Portland, Oregon, former Olympic. Hey, what did you just do?
I just kissed my bicep.
You gotta be kidding me.
No, I'm not
kidding. Where do you get off doing that?
I think you're a little bit envious of my body.
I think that's a little bit
I think you're very
much.
jealous. Just like a lot of people are very jealous of Ken Patera because of what Ken Patera has accomplished. I went to the Pan American Games, won 4 gold medals, went to the Olympic Games, won all the world championships I competed in, which numbered 4. And now, for the past 12 years, I've been devastating and humiliating all my opponents in the ring. And S.D. Jones...
Special delivery,
Special delivery. You're going to be right back at the post office delivering your mail where you belong after Ken Patera gets through with you, because you don't have any business in the wrestling ring, especially with Ken Patera.
Well, now that's your opinion. I feel, I've got to be quite candid about this, that Special Delivery Jones, as of late, has really come into his own.
As of late. Well, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to put you about 10 steps back from what you've accomplished, S.D. Jones, because you're all through.
All right, we're going to find out at the Sports Arena Monday, October the 15th. Stay tuned. We're going to be back after this. All right, fans, stay tuned for more exciting World Wrestling Federation action back in Greater Los Angeles at the Sports Arena Monday night, October the 15th, by the way, with an 8:30 p.m. start. Remember that time change. 8:30 p.m. start. Fans, get your tickets in advance on that card. You're going to be seeing Rick Quick Draw McGraw to meet the Masked Spoiler. Special Delivery Jones to meet strongman Ken Patera. The Russian Alexis Smirnov to meet Polish Power Ivan Putski. Rocky Johnson to go against Greg the Hammer Valentine in a return bout from the Forum. This one for the heavyweight championship. Hulk Hogan, title defense once again. Big John Studd, the challenger. 2 referees and no disqualification. There must be a clear-cut winner, either by a pinfall or by submission. Come on in, if you would, please. 8th wonder of the world from the French Alps in Grenoble, France. I could only be talking about Andre the Giant. Rowdy Roddy Piper, and here in Los Angeles, finally, an opportunity to get your hands on this man.
I want to correct you. Don't say finally, because that won't be the first time Roddy Piper looks like you don't get enough. I used to wrestle against him in Los Angeles. Remember Roddy Piper? You should remember those fights. And believe me, it's my pleasure to coming back. Roddy Piper, you think you got tougher. But believe me, if you get tougher, I get smarter.
Andre, you're actually looking forward to it, aren't you?
You can believe it. You can believe it. I couldn't wait to get in the ring with you, Piper. Hey, believe me, it'd be my pleasure to be there, Roddy Piper. I'll to keep
I will be there. Thank you, Andre. Stay tuned. We're going to be right back. Really.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like it.
All right, fans, stay tuned. We're going to get you back up into the ring for more exciting action in just a moment or two. The Boston Garden, the great wrestling tradition. And we're going to be seeing a lot of action on Saturday, October the 6th, that holds to that tremendous tradition of that fantastic facility. Rowdy Roddy Piper somehow, through his connections, has manipulated himself into a top contender's position to challenge my guest at this time, the World Wrestling Federation's heavyweight champion, only Hulk Hogan.
You know, Mean Gene, I can't wait to hear the man talk. I love the way Rodney Piper talks. I mean, he talks so fast, makes all kind of points. I mean, in about 15 seconds, he can talk about 8 different topics. And I cannot wait to hear the man talk after this match is over.
After the match.
That's exactly right, Mean Gene. You know, this Piper, he's kind of cocky, man. I mean, he's the cockiest guy I've ever seen. And when I get in the ring with a dude, the only thing that's going to be left of him is his mouth, man. Because I do want to hear what he's got to say when it's all over.
You got to leave that for us.
That's all I'm going to leave, Mean Gene. But you know what? The way things go in Boston, the way Hulkamania runs wild, when I grab the dude's little skinny arm, it's going to be like Church's Chicken, man. Kentucky Fried Snack, Crackle, and Pop. And the thing is, Rodney Piper, the dude with the skirt, I'm going to grab the guy in the center of the ring, Mean Gene, about halfway through the match. You know, I might go ahead and make this one an hour long, all night long. I'm going to leave pieces of him all over the ring, but when it's all said and done, I'm going to take the dude, crank him up over my head with those 24-inch pythons. Oh. It's going to be a super skyjack, and then I'm going to send him out about 25 rows.
I know the feeling.
You know, he's going to have that little mini skirt on, and I hope the dude uses it as a parachute so he can just float right back down into those hungry sharks, man, out in the crowd. All those Hulkamaniacs, all my people that also want to get their hands on Piper. And what you going to do, Roddy, when the only thing left is your...
Stay tuned, we're right back. All right, fans, you have just seen another incident continuing here in the World Wrestling Federation. Again, the Iron Sheik asserting himself, perhaps some would say sticking his nose in where it does not belong. But as far as Sergeant Slaughter is concerned, perhaps this is only the tip of the iceberg. The ongoing feud, the bitter animosity, still to this day continues between Sergeant Slaughter and the Iron Sheik. Back to business at the Boston Garden. The World Wrestling Federation back in town on Saturday night, October the 6th on that card. Speaking of Sergeant Slaughter, Slaughter and his mystery partner, he has really got my curiosity up. Nonetheless, that combination will be going against Ivan Volkov and the Iron Sheik, and of course it adds even more after what we have just seen. Tito Santana with the title defense, Intercontinental Championship on the line. Come on in, Roddy Piper. Make yourself to home here on my television program. Tito Santana with the title defense against Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Also, a couple of great lady wrestlers are going to be on the card. What in the world are you trying to prove, Roddy Piper?
I don't have to prove nothing. I have proven everything I have ever needed to prove. That's why I'm in the Boston Gardens. The legend killer himself has got Hulkamania. Hulkamania. They say Hulkamania's running wild. You know what Hulkamania is. You know what Hulkamania is? Hulkamania is three winos in a parking lot, man.
You know, you're
Hulkamania.
Just a minute here.
You know what Hulkamania is? They don't know how strong you are. 24-inch pythons. You want snakes? You want snakes?
Roddy, you seem to be awfully laid back considering the position that you're in.
Did you see me with Andre the Giant last time in the Boston Garden? I beat a giant! You see Jimmy Snuka around no more, don't you, huh? He's hung. I wonder if Hulk's hung, huh? You think he's ever been hung? I'm the kind of guy that can hang people. I am the legend killer. You say you're going to take me and throw me out there in front of all them people in the Boston Garden. You know what I will do? I will let them throw me out there. And then I will beat everybody up in my building on my way back to see the Hulk. Huh? You know what happens to the Hulk? You ever seen the cartoon? All of a sudden, when he's finished, he comes back to just a puny little fella with all kinds of torn clothes. Is that what you want to be? You see, that's what happens when the Hulk's finished. He turns puny. Them pythons shrink. You want snakes? You want to be called a snake, huh? Me, I'll be Piper the Viper, huh? What you're coming up against is something you have never, ever seen before. I see you up here sweating. I don't blame you. From now on, brother, after the Garden, when you say Roddy Piper, you'll smile and sweat.
Roddy Piper challenging Hulk Hogan for the heavyweight title of the world, Saturday, October the 6th at the Boston Garden.